Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and I'll be your Dungeon Master for tonight. We're back with the Keep on the Borderlands. Untitled, episode 25. How's it going, everybody?
Fantastic.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Fantastic.
We've got a very special one here tonight. This is actually, if you think about it, it's kind of like our 1-year anniversary. We started, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right at the end of June with session 1 last year. Am I correct?
Wow.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, right at the end of June. Today is June 30th. I think we started like June, maybe 29th, something like that. So, yeah, it's kind of a landmark episode, episode 25, which means we played roughly every other week. Roughly.
Excellent. Yeah.
Roughly. We've had a couple of interruptions to the schedule as of late. Obviously, we haven't seen you all in 3 weeks. So, hello. Welcome to the Twitch chat. Welcome to the YouTube chat. Yeah, so we've got, I think, a regular schedule coming up in July. Do you mind if I share that schedule, everybody?
Fair enough. Sounds fantastic.
All right, so we're playing here June 30th, and the next time we play, we're actually kind of switching it up a little bit. We're going to be going to Wednesdays in July. We're playing on Wednesday, July 13th. Wednesday, July 20th, right again. And then look at that. Would you know it? July's over. We're going to be skipping the 27th to get back on track with the normal Thursday routine in August, which then I'm sure is going to have its own troubles with scheduling. But the summer, as it always is, most of us are lumberjacks, so we have only limited time to take vacations as lumberjacks would. So we're going to be probably disrupted a little bit again in August, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll try to let you all know as soon as we know the scheduling. I will say that you should check out social media, right? On Facebook and Instagram, I post the schedule weekly. I also try to post it to the YouTube community tab, but I sometimes am bad about that. If you're in Discord, well, Instagram and Facebook are linked to Discord, so they automatically post to Discord when I post to those other apps. So yeah, so if you want to stay up to date in the schedule, you can do that. You can look at the links down below in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's some links down below for Patreon, Ko-fi, the merch shop. Check them all out. All right, so we're here with the Keep on the Borderlands crew. Let's go around and introduce our characters. We're missing a few today. Last minute, both Fritz and John had to bail. Something came up, so we're going to miss them today, but we'll introduce them. We won't introduce them, obviously, because they're not here. But Chris, go ahead. Start us off.
All right. Well, Hieronymus, finally, he wants to just blast. He's feeling it, like I said last time, I think, the power. And he wants to burn some goblinoids. So, but we have to go back to town and get some reinforcements. He wants to see if he can get some alchemical fire that he can throw at them.
That's possible. Maybe talk to your friend Decario. Maybe
yeah,
he's got
so that's going to be
cooking.
his plan.
Okay. All right, let's jump over to Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm going to be playing Scory, son of Skeggy, our frontline fighter and occasional storyteller.
There we go. There we go.
Whatever.
You are the bard.
Well, I was. That was a long time ago now. It's just been mostly been chopping things.
You know what they say, once a bard, always a bard.
Do they say that?
The bards do.
I didn't know that.
Bards say that, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we go to Nate.
Howdy. I'm playing the human, Barraculios, paladin, and very excited to hopefully get a little more armor to withstand some more blows from these creatures of chaos. So excited to get some better armor.
That's right. You have pretty good armor to begin with. I actually am not showing stats here because I still have to update those stats, don't I? Pesky stats. But I will do that and get everybody up because we're all 4th level now. Right,
Heck
Tim?
Yeah, we are.
So close.
Oh, Tim.
So close.
Tell us who you are. And what
What's
level
going on,
are you?
everyone? My name is Tim. Glad to be back here. I'm playing Eric Lavernus, the human trickery domain cleric, and I'm happy to be back. As you can tell from my background, I am back in the woods, so I know it's been about a year.
Yeah, that's right. You're back at camp, huh?
Yes, sir. All for the
Camp-
summer. 8 weeks out
Camp
here.
Crystal Lake.
That's the one. Just if you see a slasher show up on me, just type in the comments so I know what to look for.
That's right. Should be fine.
Put it in chat.
Yeah,
in the
please.
chat.
Please just make it up.
What was the word last year? Was it rutabaga?
The safety word is always rutabaga. When in doubt,
Rutabaga.
if someone yells rutabaga, I know I'm about to be slashed.
Then you know you're
There you
about
go.
to lose your head.
There we go. Well, everybody, we're missing our resident rogue, Sasori, who's played by John, and our resident druid, played by Fritz, who is Uhla. But that's okay, because as you said, we're going to be going to the keep. I think that's what we had decided after the end of last session. We just need to recoup, maybe re-strategize, talk about the best way to approach those caves. But I know that you want to head back there very soon, so this will probably just be a short stint in the whole campaign. Just a quick break at the keep. So let's get in. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I forgot to say, and I'm gonna kick myself if I don't, because it's something that's outside of the schedule. So let me just grab this. Yes. Okay. So everybody, it's been quite some time. We haven't played in 3 weeks, but my Supernatural 20 crew hasn't played in over 3 months, and I had so many other projects. End of the lumberjack year ended up being harder than I thought. So we had to put a little break on Supernatural 20. However, they're back in action tomorrow night, Friday, July 1st, with another one-shot called The Snow Stalkers. Perfect for July, the start of July. A nice wintry-themed episode of Supernatural 20, a 5e one-shot horror campaign. So tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock here on the channel, and we'll be live streaming that. All right, now that I've got all that out of the way and we've introduced our characters, let's talk about what happened last time. Last time you were headed out of the orc caves. I think you did a little reconnaissance, Tim. Eric had transformed himself, tried to deceive the orcs, and went in and tried to find out if there was, how many there were, what their odds were, what the chances the group had at fighting them, and where maybe the best place to bottleneck them would be. You ate some human flesh. You got slapped some high fives from the orcs, and then you ended up fighting a few of them at the mouth of the cave. However, you attacked them right when they had seemed to be finishing a celebration after a successful raid, and so they were all hyped up, jazzed up, and they ended up pushing you out. So you're headed back to the keep now, and let's see where this takes us. Ready?
Excellent.
Always.
All right, excellent.
Heck yeah.
All right, everybody, here we go. Keep on the Borderlands.
Can we keep
them
them safe?
loud? There we go. Just trying to get the music right here.
Bob knows how to set the mood.
All right. So, you are right now. You are headed to the keep, and it's a long road back, especially after the time you've spent out here in the wilderness, going through various cave networks. I would say that you're probably trying to get back as fast as you can, but once you get to the open road and you've passed a few of the patrols from the keep, things seem to be calm and a little less worry is about you. So you get back to the keep, go up the windy crag all the way up to the gates. You go through the pleasantries, exchange with the guards. Gates open, you head in, your cart, and the one remaining mule that you have that Xander did not kill gets checked in with Gertrude at the front. And you head back into the keep, and you have the familiar sounds, smells, and sights. You can see everyone in the town is back to normal, business as usual. You've got merchants coming in and out. You do have some more of the new soldiers at their positions. Some of them seem so young, they are almost children themselves. But they've been given spears, they've been given weapons, and they are patrolling the grounds. Everyone seemed to have been on edge when the chaos swell had occurred just a few weeks ago when you were in the courtyard. and still feel that hanging over the keep. Where would you like to go? Because I know you just got back. I'm sure you're going to want to go to your apartment, but is there anything you want to do before you settle in?
Father Bleegram, of course. But
Father Bleegra, oh my god!
Gotta find out if there's any flyers that need to be
I need-
distributed.
Gotta see Father Bleegra.
I
We
gotta
need
get
some
some flyers to hand
handbills.
out.
Is there any festivals coming up? Come on, we gotta get some postering.
I'd love to maybe chat with Caldo, but nothing really on my end.
I
Can
got
somebody
nothing.
just remind me, did we ever clear up the loose ends with the guy who we know was stealing stuff? I know we killed someone last night at the gallows, but there were a couple other loose ends that had not been tied up.
Levy Merrick?
Yeah, well, he's dead.
He's dead. John killed him.
Problem is that he's working for that elf
We
fellow,
don't we think, or at least I don't know. I suspect.
who's like the Chamberlain or something like
Yeah,
that.
shoot, where's his
What
name?
was that guy's name?
Merivak,
That sounds right.
the secretary of Ferric, the castellan of the keep.
You're
Is any of
asking
that-
about individuals?
Hmm?
Are you asking about names of individuals?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there was a very shady elf. I think he was an
Gotcha.
elf, wasn't he?
There
He's
was
like
yes.
the number two
Marivek.
to like the person running everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the assistant-
Marivek. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
actually going to.
Yep. That's the guy.
Yes, Marivek. He's the secretary. I think he has an actual term here. He is the. Huh. I think he's
Baggage
just
handler.
I called the advisor to the Castellan.
Okay, I have steward written down, but that may have
Oh,
been
that's probably what it was then. Steward to the
inference.
Castellan. That's
I
it,
have
yeah.
Rima Wormtongue written down.
I don't know.
That's good.
Yes,
Compelling
and
image.
Alexander
I don't know,
Ferric
yeah.
is the Castellan.
Yes, Alexandria Ferric is the Castellan. She is right now, I guess, an ally of yours because she's hired you to go on missions before and protect the keep. Be kind of like under the radar protectors.
Right.
So yeah. So do you want to check in with the Castellan? Do you want to check in with Father Bleegram?
So truly, honestly, I want to go to the Castellan because I believe that's the person I made the armor deal with, and I forget. Scory, were you a part of that?
Yeah, I got some armor coming.
Yeah, I think
On
that
order.
was that deal. I mean, I could certainly fill some time with Bleegram and Caldo, but you know, if there's other things to do, we can do those.
Scary just wants to be drunk.
I'm happy to go see Father Bleegram if we want to do a separate narrative on either side, or I'm happy to go to the Castellan too, whatever's easier for you, Bob. But I think it'd be fun
Yeah.
to talk Father Bleegram.
Chris, you obviously want to see Decario.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's have you each go to a location. We'll do a quick little scene, and then we'll, if there's anything else that's quick downtime stuff, like obviously picking up your armor. You know, I'm not gonna. We don't have to role play that out, but you can get your armor. That's
It's
something you
ready?
can
Okay.
definitely get.
Really, there's no like. I assumed there would be a kind of a
Some sort of a
caveat. What's the right
fetch
word?
it quest.
Yeah, some sort of.
A catch.
Yeah, there we go. That's a really easy word.
You have to go out and kill 8 wolves or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, we have the armor. We just need the leather for the padding on the inside. You know.
Old Ruth might have the leather at her farmstead. Why don't you go check it out?
Oh god.
Yeah.
We see a single dwarf outside seeing a sunbeam with a question over his
Wow.
head.
Bob, can I just ask that when I pick up the armor, what's does Merivak say anything?
Is that where is that where the armor's coming from?
No, the armor would be at Gora. I believe she's the elf who makes
Right.
the armor. Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's her name?
I think her name was Gora, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta sift through. When we said we're doing old school campaign, I went old school and I wrote everything down in a book, and it's not as easy to search for things like if it was on a Google Doc. I haven't written down a campaign's notes in like
Gora.
forever, but yeah.
It's
I
Gora now.
I have it written down here. Smith is a female elf named Gora. I wasn't sure of the spelling, but I have
Sweet.
it phonetically.
Yes, it's Gora. Yeah,
Alright, I'll grab that.
Ghora.
Uh huh.
So, you head to Gora, and you get. Oh, you wanted to say something to Maravek, not to her.
Oh no, I assumed I was getting it from them because that was the people we made the deal with. But no, if we're getting it from Gora, then I'll just be like, "Hey, sweet, thanks, Gora, you're awesome."
Yeah.
And take
Okay.
my armor.
Yeah, her and the fiery red dwarf, who's her apprentice, will thank you for the. Well, I guess thank you for going through the castle, because then she paid top coin for it. So.
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
I'll
but
send
yeah, you
another
get
few
your armor.
your way.
And same for. Who else ordered armor? Was it
I did.
you did? Okay, so
I-
what are your
I-
armors now?
What?
What armor did you get again?
I went from chain to a breastplate, which doesn't actually change my number, but it takes
Right.
away the disadvantage on stealth.
Hey, that might be helpful coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
But
I
I've
went up
got a
to.
decent deck, so
I believe I went up to 19 from 18 on the
Okay.
armor I was getting. I believe.
but I don't have heavy armor proficiency, so
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. I went to plate. And I'm
Okay.
just straight up disadvantage.
All right, so let's start. We'll go around the horn. Chris, we'll head over to Decario's
Sure.
tower.
Sorry, I went up
set-
to splint. My bad.
Oh, you're at Splint Mail now.
Yes, that
Okay.
would plate would be crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she approved plate.
No. Yeah.
All good. Chris, you find yourself seated on Decario's couch. The laundry from last night is in a pile next to you. It's about the same size as Hieronymus. And Decario's walking around in his wizardly bathrobe, and he heads over to you and he sits down right next to you, between you and the laundry. And you can tell he's had a few. And he says, "You know, Hieronymus, I don't know why we're even here."
Oh, really? I know why I'm here.
Go on.
Well, you tell me. Why do you wonder?
I don't know. A wizard of our stature could be doing anything we want. Instead, we're here in this tiny room looking out over these people who they know nothing of what we can do.
I'm certainly happy to take over for you if you wish to move on.
You know, as he takes a big swig of his drink, finishing it, it's not a bad idea. Maybe one day you can take over for me. You could be my successor.
daylight. Oh, this could be yours. You mean the curtains? No, not the curtains.
Well, why don't we start right now? Maybe you can just give me your spell book.
Spellbook, you say, huh? He'll look around the room.
Oh,
I'll be honest with you. I don't really know where it is right now.
I'll find
But
it
I-
for you.
I do know where the scotch is.
Oh, you said the magic word.
Scotch?
You guys been hanging out
I-
with Uhla.
I just drooled a little bit.
He'll pour you a little glass, like a baby glass.
Nice.
So what did you come here for?
Well, we've been dealing with the Caves of Chaos, trying to wipe out some of these goblin folk, and there seems to be quite a lot of them nestled in there, taking up space and killing travelers. We want to wipe them out, but there's too many for us. I was hoping maybe you could give some of your knowledge and help us even the odds with burning flame and oil.
I think I know exactly what you're looking for. He'll get up to the cabinet, go to his liquor cabinet, and mixed between the bottles of all different alcohols, he takes out some vials, and he'll present them to you. You said you wanted oil, alchemist's fire.
Oh, yes.
He's got acid as well.
Ooh. The problem is that, I don't really have any money to give you for these things.
Well, maybe we could exchange some services.
Oh. What would you suggest? As he kind of muscles down the bile of having to negotiate with this guy.
You know Friedrich Baumauer?
No.
I've seen you palling around with him,
Should
the
I?
old merchant.
Okay. Yes.
You do know him. You
Yes,
do know him.
I do know him.
Yeah.
He
If
who
you don't
takes
want to
no
let on,
notes.
if you don't want to let on, that's fine. But he says, I think I've seen you and your crew palling around with that old merchant.
We've done some business with the guy.
He's increased his prices on me
Oh.
10% over the last few months. Him and his brother have a racket going on. Not as many merchants want to come up here. But I need materials from the south. You get him to give me his old rate, or a discount at least. No skin off
So-
your back.
What if I'm able to get a further discount for you? I can be quite persuasive. Makes fire appear in my fingers.
You could get me a better discount?
Well, I think
Let me
I can.
Let me find my spell book. We have a deal?
Yeah. I'll try.
Cheers. And he lifts his glass to you.
Nice.
All right, so you got your... He'll give you an advance on it, though. He'll give you the Alchemist Fire. The rest when you get the discount.
Oh. Well. There. Yeah. So getting a bonus discount would get me access to a spell book.
Yeah.
Getting them to reverse their up price will get me the
Your
Alchemist
summer
Fire.
vibes strong at Macy's 4th
What
of
is
July
that?
sale.
The 4th of July sale. Yes.
Is that something going on at the camp there, Tim?
Oh, that was me.
Oh, it was you, Jeff? Oh.
We have no camp sales.
Corey
We
was
have
trying to get
towards
you,
Macy's. Absolutely not me.
Macy's, please
was
do
trying
not
to get
shut
that
our stream
discount.
down.
I wish all this stuff wasn't so darn expensive. How do I figure out how much money I have?
It would be under your gold.
Where is that?
Although, it was somebody being the banker? Was somebody
Yeah.
holding on to everybody's stuff, or
I
are you
think
just
that's
splitting
where
it?
being our banker, but it's under
Yeah, well,
inventory
I
at the top. It says your personal gold. You get there.
Gotcha.
I have
Well,
like
let's-
around 120. I'm imagining you have something pretty similar.
Well, we're not going to imagine it. Because I think he spent a lot of his gold earlier buying something.
Yeah, I think that I had 0.
Yeah, I think you had bought a lot of stuff, and then you were like asking people for money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
I think
right.
we were floating you money for something. I don't
It's
That's
know.
all
right,
those
'cause
philanthropy to pay.
I had to buy
Yeah.
some. I had to get some spells.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
God.
I want to get
All
more
right.
spells. I need
So-
money.
So we go to the next scene here. So that's the trick there, Hieronymus. You got to
I'm sure
get
you could ask
some.
some your friends.
That's funny, Chris from Long Island. How much is Macy's paying Tabletop Bob? Oh, you wouldn't believe what they've been giving me. All right, you wouldn't believe what they've done in the tabletop industry. So, Macy's, please do not shut the stream down. Thank you.
Free plug.
Free plug. See, that's all it was. Okay, so let's jump over to Nate, Father Bleegram.
Ayo.
You head to the House of Chai, and Father Bleegram. Father Bleegram is actually he's actually not there when you arrive. Some of his acolytes, though, they tell you that he had a meeting to attend to. They're not quite sure where, but he left about an hour ago.
Of course. Well, I imagine he's a busy man, but I have some urgent business to discuss with him, and perhaps I could find him at this meeting.
One of the
Where is it?
acolytes looks to another, and they say, "We'll be right back. We'll check his schedule." And after a brief
Okay.
moment in the back office, they tell you that he's meeting with that new priest. Father,
A new priest.
yes, brother Cartwright.
Ah, brother, indeed. Yes. He calls himself a priest now.
Well, He was.
Did
I
he
believe he
always?
is. I believe he is.
He always
But he was a
has been.
follower of Maeve, but
He's a paladin, isn't he?
well, I'm a paladin. I don't go
Oh,
around
he's
telling
qualified.
everyone
You
I'm a
ha-
priest.
I would say
Yeah.
you do not know that he's a paladin. He wields
Has
a
he
big
identified
hammer.
himself to us as a?
I mean, he
priest in
has
the past?
acolytes. He's either a paladin or a cleric.
No, I mean, regardless of his class, has he identified to himself to us as like an occupation as a priest?
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
actually
He's
don't
told
know.
me a follower of Maeve is what I've written down here.
I mean, does
Oh,
every
okay.
priest have to tell you
No,
their
I just,
profession?
in my mind, like a priest is like, well, Father Bleegrim is a priest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the title and trappings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
Kind of.
assume from the fact that acolytes were accompanying him as servants,
he's
I thought he was a
very
monk.
religious, for
as
sure.
attendants.
They seem
Yeah.
to say that he is a priest of Maeve.
Indeed, yes. He would have done well in the Crusades.
He has.
well,
He has done well in the Crusades.
Yeah, the Crusades against.
He's doing well in
Greenskins.
them right now.
I would. Of course. I wouldn't want to interrupt them. I would like to speak to Mr. Cartwright later on. Do you know where he's staying?
I believe they're at his apartment.
Of course, I actually know where that is. I appreciate the information, and I hand them a flyer.
Two?
For an upcoming dinner party that I want to have.
That you had a flyer made up already?
Of course, I've always got
Okay.
flyers.
When's the party?
Next time we're in town, I'm gonna have dinner for the nice people of the keep.
Does it say like save the date for whenever we
Yeah.
figure it out?
RSVP, send me, a message somehow.
Okay.
And burgers, dogs, goblin meat. It'll be fun.
Okay. So that's you leave that flyer with the acolytes of Chai. And,
Excellent.
They'll send the message to Father Bleegrim.
And may the light of Hyperius, may the light of Hyperius be on you both.
They'll give you a blessing as well in return and see you on your way.
Excellent. I'm going to immediately bring that information to one of my party members and suggest that we try to listen in on that conversation in a stealth mission.
Okay. Well, let's
Suggesting.
yeah.
Sorry,
let's
what?
let's. No, I was say that's possible, but you're gonna have to find them because they're all doing different things.
Yeah. So that's where I head off to. I would probably head off to find
Okay.
Eric. I assume his stealth is probably the best out of the remaining. Although Scory just got stealthy a bit.
That's right.
Based on my acting skill, I am the most.
Yeah. Maybe the bard might be the way to go, actually.
Jeff, what was Scory doing? Did you
Your
say you had
center
something
bond
to
John
accomplish
at
here?
Macy's
Shit.
4th of
Apparently,
July.
They're really into you here, huh?
He was shopping at Macy's.
I'm on the fantasy name generator. I'm trying to get some bard stuff prepared, and they keep trying to sell me summer clothing.
Listen, all right, they got great deals. All right,
It's a 4th of
Great
July
deals for that
sale. What
next.
do you want?
Yoo-hoo, big summer
want to look
blowout.
cool in the summer? Shop at Macy's.
Well, there's a thing here I can click to report the ad. What should I do?
No. Where is Scory headed? What was he doing in the keep?
I think Scory's just going to go to the Grease Goat and
Okay,
see
good.
which way the wind's blowing.
You head into the Grease Goat and you're greeted by Caldo, another friendly face.
Hi.
And Caldo says to you, "Oh, you've returned. Is
Aye.
Barrack okay? You're by yourself."
Well, Barracks went off to talk to important people. I'm here with the common man.
That's right. Can I get you a drink, Scory?
Oh yeah, one of many. I've lots of drinking to do.
That's exactly what we specialize here at the Grease Goat.
I know.
Drinking.
That's why I've come here.
So he'll bring you the beverage of choice, and you can sit around the bar. You see travelers and adventurers from about that have come here to partake in the drink as well, and you see another face that seems familiar, someone who came here right before you did, Mohag. Mohag comes up to you at the bar and says, "Oh, look,
And
we both great minds, right? First place to head after getting back to civilization."
Aye. How you been, man bun?
I can't complain. We almost died a few times out there, and
Some of us did, aye.
yeah, we left it all out there though.
I suppose.
So
Some of us
when
did, aye.
I didn't, both Uhla and Sasori were so quiet on the way in. What's our plan? Are we headed back out tomorrow, or are we staying for a couple days?
I don't know. Personally, I plan to be very, very drunk tonight and very, very hungover tomorrow morning. So I'm not going any place before noon for sure.
Well, that's fair.
So-
That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, we all need some rest and relaxation. I like to let my hair down once in a while.
You know, that I'd like to see.
Oh, you want to see it? Here you go. He takes the pin out, and just like the hair cascades down,
Fabulous,
just short
the whole
of
thing.
just short of his shoulders.
Right, very impressive lad.
You let me know when we're ready to leave. Where should I find you all? Should I check in at your apartment every day?
I suppose.
Because I'm looking to get a place. I mean, I could always be there if you need me. I'll try to find a place close to yours.
That
I don't know what's
seems to be your
available.
big talent is to find a place close to us.
I don't know what's available. It seems like a lot of the apartments got snagged up by the new some of the new soldiers or recruits, and I don't know.
Well,
Unless
you
I
know-
stayed with you guys, I mean, I could do that. Kick you a few silver and.
Well, we'll have to talk to the lads about that. I'll tell you what. I'll cover you here tonight, and we'll talk to the lads. And
Oh, you.
come to some
I mean, you
decision.
don't have to. But I mean, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that a lot.
All right, Caldo, make sure he's got a place to sleep tonight.
You got it, Scory. He gives you a salute and looks at Mohag, looks him up and down, and as he passes his view, he looks back to you and he gives you a very confused look. Like, this guy?
Like, whatever. I don't care. I'm planning on being very drunk.
Well, you can. Your drink has arrived, and you can enjoy it in peace. Because Mohag will, once you say you'll cover his room, he goes back to his seat and finishes his meal.
Okay.
Oh, Bob, a drunk stealth mission. I mean, disadvantage everywhere. This
It's gonna be
sounds.
great.
This is. Oh gosh.
You thought you'd have full stealth from your armor. Nope. Drunk stealth. All right. And Tim, what were
Yes,
you
sir.
trying to accomplish here at the keep?
I'll go see the Castellan, please. She was so lovely the first time we met her.
Oh, interesting. You head to the Castellan. The Castellan's offices are obviously in the Inner Bailey, so you have to go through all the protocol. But since you've done this before, some of the guards recognize you, they'll let you in. But they take you attended with 2 guards up to the Castellan's quarters. Maravek will greet you. Mr. Lavernus, back so soon. But it's only been a few days, hasn't it?
We stay busy and coming and going and coming and going. It's tough to stay in one place for long.
Yes, I've heard that of adventurers. Very, very tough to do.
I was wondering if your boss was by any chance. Was hoping to get a word in with her.
She's unavailable right now. She's polishing her armor.
I can't have a conversation with her whether she's polishing her armor.
I don't believe so. She's scheduled this block for her own time. And he looks at the book that he's got with this big tome in front of him. And he's like, yeah, she's blocked off the whole afternoon.
that thing.
Sorry to hear that. Well, could you tell her I dropped by?
Perhaps I could. May I ask what this is in regards to?
Just a friendly conversation regarding life in the keep.
Hmm.
I wanted
Now,
to discuss particular your new occupant in the keep, Mr. Cartwright, and his role here.
Mr. Cartwright, you say,
Cartwright.
and he grabs some ink and starts to jot down anything you're saying. Tell me about Mr. Cartwright. What do you know of him?
I was going to ask your boss the same question.
Ah, well, I guess we're at an impasse.
I ask you too, I suppose. Do you have any particular feelings about him?
I don't particularly care for those who have the holier-than-thou attitude. And he looks at
You
your
and me
holy
both, friend.
symbol of, what's that?
You and me both. I love
Oh.
tucking into my collar.
Dave Mills in the chat. Polishing your armor sounds like code for something else.
That's what I thought. Sounded
Well,
like
she's clearly preoccupied. I should not be
air
interrupted.
quotes.
I did not mean to have any double entendre or anything like that. But no, she's got the whole afternoon blocked off, so she's unavailable.
To polish
it's
her
an
armor.
But
Big
Maravek,
opposite.
Maravek will make sure that she gets this message.
I appreciate that, Maravek, and anything I can do to assist you as well, you let us know. Happy to be helpful.
Really? Is that so? You're looking for more work?
A man like me travels so much, I'm always looking for work.
Interesting. Well, I may have something for you. Let me get back to you. When do you plan on staying in the keep until?
We'll be here at least a day, it sounds like. I believe we're staying for a day, and then we'll be back at some point shortly after that, I'm sure.
Well, then perhaps I may have a request of you. Let me talk to some of the other advisors here. Let me get back to you.
I'll be staying in the Grease Goat if you need me. You can look for me there. They know where I'll be.
Fair enough. Good day, Mr. Lavernus.
Mr. Maravek, and I'll give a polite bow and walk out.
So you head back into the center of town, and all of you are probably headed towards the goat, I would assume, at this point. Hieronymus, you see Barrack in the courtyard. Eric, eventually you catch up to them as well. I guess Scory would be the only one in the goat at this point, but Friedrich Baumauer comes running over to you from the guild house, and he says, in a sort of like a exasperated, out of breath voice, he shouts, he goes, "Wait! Friends, hey! Come back! Come back! Oh, glad I found you. Something terrible has happened."
What? Friend, speak.
My brother. You remember how I've told you when I first met you? What was it now, a month ago or so? That he was
Feels like a
on his
year.
way south. It feels like a year, it does. Almost like to the day, a year. He was headed south on...
This guy's the merchant guy?
Yes, Friedrich Baumauer.
When we saved him on the first
Yeah, we met him in
What
Dead
did I say
Man's
about that?
Pass.
Dead Man's Pass.
Oh, yeah,
He's here.
Yeah, okay.
He says, remember, my brother was headed south on another supply run. He hasn't come back, and he's late, over a week, and, well, he's been late, and I just threw that up to something came up, but I found this. This came in with another merchant, and he pulls out a bag that had the Baumhauer crest on it. You can see it's got like a two like overlapping coins kind of sewn into the bag. This was his pack, and it's empty. And seemed like it was discarded, along with our wagon and all of its goods.
How terrible. Where was this?
This was not far from the keep, just a few miles south. He must have been close.
The other merchants say how they found this bag. Was it just on the side of the trail? Was it ransom? It seems very odd.
It was discarded, along with the rest of the empty crates and things that were pried open. Whatever bandits or creatures did this. I don't know if you could put it past the brigands, but I haven't been to the site, but some people are saying it could have been bugbears.
Gosh.
The tracks and the markings, I believe they've settled up in the caves as well.
Do we know bugbears to be like rational and intelligent enough to like take valuable goods for the sake of having valuable goods?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much do I know about bugbears?
Give me a nature check or history check.
I would like to.
Sure. Just call out your
Hans, my
numbers. 'Cause
knowledge-
Bugbears! My goodness, I know so much about bugbears. Like, so much stuff.
I don't.
Hieronymus, do you know anything?
In fact, I do. Simpletons.
In fact, I know more than you.
I can't believe
I
it.
almost 5%.
I rolled a 23.
what do you want to know?
There, is this is thievery, like highway robbery, is that a crime bugbears would do?
It is. In fact, bugbears are maybe one of the better of the goblinoid races that can sort of like surprise people and like kind of be a skirmishing type force. They're very fast. They like to surprise attack people.
Okay.
Better than even maybe goblins themselves because of their size and strength. They're also very stealthy for being such a larger creature.
Okay.
Well, let's go get Vance.
Well, so you want us to go get your brother, huh?
I don't know if he's even alive, and I've thought of the worst over the past few days once this came in. But I can't do it myself. I'm not a fighter.
Oh, we can take care of this for you, but it's gonna cost you.
Listen, whatever I
You've
have to
recently
pay, it's my brother.
raised your rates for my friend.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go risk our lives just to get your friend a discount.
Can we?
Well,
Can we?
I'm negotiating here. Shut your face.
I'm
Listen,
not negotiating.
fellas.
Wow.
Fellas,
So-
let's take this into the goat. I don't want to talk business outside.
Well,
when everybody's looking at
I'm
me.
in the goat. I'm not even there.
Right, exactly. Let's take this in the goat.
I thought you guys had all already come in. I'm
So
sorry.
so he'll offer to head into the goat, and he's like, I'll even buy you the first round. So he buys everybody around as you get a table in the back.
Oh no, it won't.
That's
be the
all I
first-
need, Bombhauer.
Won't be the first round.
Listen, you sit down finally, and you seem like he was embarrassed when you talked about rates outside. All right, so he got you inside, sat down, ordered a drink, and finally you're kind of alone. You hear the sound of the tavern around you, but you're kind of isolated in the back corner. And he says, "Listen, I feel terrible about raising rates, but it's not really my decision alone. Part of the guild is following the guild's orders." And what does it matter to you? This is on Decario. It's for items needed for magical elixirs, and they're rare finds. Nothing that you all need, do you?
I've got the only elixir I need right here.
What do you
Our
care if
business
his
is
rates
our
are a bit
business.
higher?
What do you care what we do with the things that we purchase from you?
That's a fair point. What do you suggest, Hieronymus?
First, you're gonna reverse the upcharge that you're charging him. Then, for a term of 1 year, you're gonna give him a 5% discount. Then, you're gonna give us all of the alchemist fire you have access to.
I have access to
Hieronymus is
none.
done playing. He's like, yes.
Like awkwardly,
Everyone's
like
like,
sipping my drink.
I have access to no alchemist fire. I don't know how to make that. I can
Oil?
provide you with
What
materials.
oil do you
but
have
oil I can get from the south. I can get that for you.
on hand?
I have very little. We just delivered a shipment to Decario.
The the character with the 6 charisma doing the negotiation.
Well, give me a persuasion check or an intimidation check, whichever you think this is more appropriate, and we'll see how he reacts to your demands.
Okay, hold on. Well, they're both at -2, so we'll go
Fair
with
enough.
Too bad you can't roll against your hit points.
we'll go with. I know, seriously. We'll go with intimidation because everyone's
Okay.
feeling particularly fierce today.
Gotcha.
Come on! Oh shit!
I gotta show the screen here. Hold on.
You gotta hop
This
back.
was something. There
By
you
the
go.
way, Eric, Scory, and me have no clue why Hieronymus is throwing down such a hard bargain here.
Nobody
That's why
does.
I
yeah.
need you guys to lean in and kind of throw some of your charismatic muscle into this conversation.
We have no idea why.
Entertained by the whole thing.
What's going on
Fantastic.
here?
I've arranged a deal, you fools, to get some more materials to use against the orcs.
Ah, but of course.
These are the terms of the deal. I'm trying to get us some stuff.
Do you say this like you have a conference real quick?
Like on the side to Barrick, because Barrick's got the charisma, right? I need Barrick to help out.
If
With
Sasori
the
was here, he'd
intimidation.
put his hand up, but it would be the opposite. So it'd be like this to Friedrich.
Yes, I rolled a 0.
I didn't realize how important it was.
Yes, you rolled a 0.
But Baumhauer, if you want to respond, Bob.
No, you speak, please.
Baumhauer, my friend speaks true that while the guild may set standards for where they feel, back where it's safe, we are on the Borderlands. We need to help each other out here, and we need this as much as you need us to help you find your brother.
Nice.
Give me a roll here.
Sure.
I'm hesitant to give you any bonuses because how offended he might be right now.
That's fair. What is this? Like persuasion, Bob, or
Yeah, I think this is clearly persuasion. Yeah, the other one was intimidation.
There we go.
Oh, it could be the two ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
Nat
Good cop,
20.
bad cop.
Well, since you put it that way.
Here's how he's going to respond. He's a little taken aback by Hieronymus' request here, but
Demand.
Barrick, yes, his demands. But Barrick puts this into perspective, right? This is his brother he's talking about. And people on the Borderlands do need to be a bit kinder to each other. So he thinks about this. You can see he was going through the motions in his head of his... he's clearly got the fear for his brother right at front and center here of his thoughts. And he says, for my brother, I will do it. I'll cut into the profits. I'll make sure that I can't reduce the guild's rate, but I'll reduce my profits. I'll get him his materials at the old rate.
Plus a 5% further discount.
Thank you, Baumhauer. I speak over Hieronymus.
Perhaps I can give you an additional discount on items you might like to buy from me.
I'd be happy to help you
Very
move
nice.
some merchandise, friend.
I can cut you some deals so that you don't have to purchase through Baumhauer, or purchase through Dakaria, Hieronymus.
Ooh, nice. Yes. Now we're
But-
talking my language here.
This is strictly against the guild rules. You
What
cannot
guild?
say this to any of the other guild members, or anyone for that matter, outside of this table.
I don't know them, so I guess we're fine.
Secret's safe with us, friend.
But I will do that for my brother.
All right, that is a deal. See, guys, we got this.
Brilliant. Well done.
Thank goodness the dice were kind.
Absolutely stellar negotiating.
That's basically how that sums up a whole year of role playing and adventuring with this party. It's all or nothing, hit or miss. There's
Mostly miss.
It really is.
there is no middle ground here.
So the rest of
Alright,
the
then let's go kill us some bugbears. Manbone, we need you, lad.
he's right there immediately. As soon as you call him, he's like right by your side.
All right then.
Should I go
Tomorrow
get
morning, we're
Showrembo?
going out to kill us some bugbears and bring back that Baumhauer. We're
Should-
gonna need your sword, lad.
Should I alert? It's an axe, but should I?
I'm
I
speaking
alert Show Rembo?
metaphorically.
He says. Oh, I thought you were serious. I have an axe though, just in case you forgot.
That's fine.
I cleave my enemies with it.
Excited to see this.
That's what
Once.
we're expecting. We'd love to see
I'll-
some thieving.
I'll alert Show Rembo.
Oh, aye, yes. Definitely.
Excellent.
We definitely want Shorimbo with us.
Okay. We leave in the morning.
I assume so.
Okay. So you're gonna.
Perhaps around noon, right, Scory?
I can. If we're off on an adventure, I can drag myself out in time.
Good.
So I'll go back to Decario
But
and I'll tell him that I was successful with my shrewd negotiating skills. I managed to talk him down out of his increased fees against you. Further, I managed to secure a discount. Now I will provide you with what you need. You will work with me.
He looks at you and he kind of gives you a wry smile as he says, "Well, look at that. You're pretty clever for an ugly little dude."
That's what my mother told me.
Hieronymus is more of a crime lord than Boba Fett.
See Hieronymus
Yes.
wearing a pork pie hat, walking in saying, "I do the knocking."
Hieronymus
That was
is
a
staking his
dingo.
claim on this tower, and
He's like Tyrion Lannister, but
Yeah.
ugly and stupid.
Yes.
Ugly and uncharming. Let's put it that way.
What's
what
my
do you got
discount?
for us?
What's my discount then through buying through you?
It'll be worth your while.
The 5% additional, like you promised?
Yes, of course, fool.
Good. Then it's done. Next time we get a shipment and I find that you are true to your word, I'll give you access to some spells from my spell book.
Ooh, nice. Thanks. You haven't. Now, what about the mundane alchemical items?
I'm going to talk to Friedrich first and make sure that that is all legitimate and I will receive my shipment at the current rates.
Oh, yeah, fine. Well, we're gonna go deal with some business and come back.
Should be
I'll get
done
them
within
from
the
you
next day or two as long as you're not trying to deceive me.
Okay.
Good. All right. Pleasure
Just so
doing
we're
business
all on
with
the
you.
same page. There was no deception there, right?
No,
That was all.
that was
okay,
legit.
word.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much. I don't know how much of a discount the dude's gonna give me, but I know it's gonna be at least 5%.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I was just getting excited for another Hieronymus deception roll or something.
No, it
That
was
so-
it was
I
legitimate.
was a little concerned that Hieronymus may have deceived himself a little bit.
Oh no, it's great. Now basically he works for me.
That's true. You're his provider.
I am his supplier.
Well,
Step one.
I have a little bit of control over this place.
It's part of his 10-step plan.
Baby steps. All right, let's go kill some bugbears.
Excellent. Absolutely.
All right. So we're
God,
gonna
it'd be nice
take a
if
long
something
rest.
fell for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take a long rest. We'll sleep through the night. You'll get up bright and early and head out for the bugbears. Now, you're all in the apartment, right? Mohag, you said was allowed. Oh no, Mohag's not coming with you. You paid for a night for him, correct?
Yeah. What did that
So-
cost me?
It's going to cost you 2 gold pieces
Whoa! That's
at the goat.
Nice.
Remember, you chose the apartment because it was better rates.
wow. Okay.
The goat is expensive right now.
Woof.
I guess so.
Nobody really stays at the goat.
Inflation in the keep.
Yeah, it's we
Oh,
love
no.
to
Do we
escape
need to
when we play
talk to
this
these
game.
guys
You know,
too and get these rates settled?
gonna have to break somebody's legs around here.
All right. I got plenty of
Yeah,
muscle.
I got a 9 iron here. It says it's 1 gold.
All right.
that's
I
great.
paid my debt.
Okay, mark that off your sheet, and then we're good to go.
Good.
So you'll go to your
Yeah.
apartment. You'll sleep soundly. Obviously, you have the whole group back together now. Sasori and Uhla went back to the room, so you meet up with them, and you turn in for the night.
Uh-oh.
Barrack.
Oh.
You wake up in the middle of the night.
Eric or Eric? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Barrack Helios.
Got it. Thank you.
You wake up in the middle of the night in a bit of a cold sweat. You don't remember anything startling that you were perhaps dreaming about or anything like that, but you do wake up with a start, and you look around the room, and everything is quiet. Everybody's in their respective rooms or beds, wherever you guys all sleep. I don't even know where the situation would look like exactly, but wherever everybody sleeps,
King bed. We're all in the same
one king bed.
We're like Charlie Bucket's grandparents.
You do only have
Good old John
one
Denver
apartment,
song,
right?
Grandma's feather bed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would if you only have one apartment, I'm assuming some of you have your bed rolls out or whatever.
Ula's in a hammock.
Ula's in a hammock. Yep, just floating. Or sorry, floating there like meditating like an elf would.
Right. Oh yeah, she's just money pod me home.
Yep,
Right.
swaying back and forth, and everything seems normal. Dark rooms, moonlight coming in, but you feel some sort of pulsation. It's not on you, it's not near you right now, but you feel like almost like your heart beating outside of your body.
Can I hear
weird.
anything?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Right, an 11.
You don't hear, you can't pinpoint where the sound is coming from, but it is not in your vicinity. It's not on your body or on your person. That sounds like there's some sort of like pulsating coming from somewhere in the room.
Okay. You know that, can I like kind of like raise up my head a little bit and kind of like move my eyes left and right? Like trying not to move, but
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
I
you
see
can-
anything from where I'm sleeping?
I assumed you actually were looking around when you rolled that check.
Yeah,
If
okay,
you-
yeah, so I didn't see
yeah.
anything either. So if I just
Yeah.
feel awkward, I will slowly stand up as quietly as I can, grab probably my Warhammer, if it's nearby, and try to locate the sound quietly.
Right. Yeah, wherever you probably keep your gear, maybe it would be within, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet of your bed, something like that. You go over to grab your Warhammer because this strange sense of awareness has come over you. When you go to grab your Warhammer, you notice that your pack, a tiny bit of red light is streaking out of the pack where folds or an opening would be. And that's when you feel the pulsating grow stronger.
Oh. Bob, can I do I feel drawn to this? Like do I still feel like I have my wits about me? Do I,
You have your wits. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought we dealt with that thing. Didn't we get rid of
we
it?
certainly did not. All right, if it's what I think it is, I'm gonna open up my pack and look inside, and I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything.
Whoa.
Everyone's
Nice.
sleeping soundly around you. You open
This
up the pack and you can see what was once a very faint red light emanating from that crystal. It's probably not as bright as it can be because you have it slightly wrapped up in the cloth. But that crystal that you found in the cave, Knott's Cave,
Yep.
is
Nihilissa.
is glowing. Yep, is glowing and pulsating. Or at least
Okay.
that's how you perceive it.
Certainly gonna have a moment of like hesitation and maybe grab his Scriptures of the Dawn and hold that in one hand as he kind of reaches a finger to touch it. Kind of a back and forth, but eventually he'll go in for it.
So what happens if your alignment slips?
Don't know. I'm kind of excited and nervous all in one.
What are your Scriptures of the Dawn roughly about? What are they praising Hyperius?
Yeah, so that's like the holy book for followers of Hyperius. Yeah, it's my
It's your Bible.
Yeah, it's my holy symbol. Where I get my energy and strength from to cast the spells I do.
So are you reading it?
No, I'm like clutching it in one hand as I touch the crystal with the other.
You hear a voice. Clearly inside your head. You have no mistake of this. This is not something that is someone's in the room speaking or anything like that. But it's a low voice, a female's voice. And you hear, "That will not help you." As your hand clutches your book.
Yeah. I'll whisper back that it's gotten me this far.
Give me an insight check.
Doke. 14.
You get the sense that this is a variation of the Castellan's voice. It's like Castellan Ferric's voice, but a register lower, and has some sort of distortion to it. But you're like, this is definitely her voice.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who are we? I am with you. We are one right now. And the area around you, you're no longer in your room. The walls and everything starts to fade away. And you find yourself in the center of the inner bailey. And you find a familiar view as you see the gallows pole and the two brigands, Vlad and D, getting ready to be hanged, while onlookers are everywhere. And Scory, Eric, Hieronymus, you are there as well.
So what now?
Like, are they
You
conscious?
are there as well.
Consciously there now?
Scory, Eric, and Hieronymus, your characters are... You feel like this is where you are. You are here. All of a sudden, you were sleeping one moment. You felt a faint, sort of like, like when you're sleeping and you like jump awake. You feel like something was there. Spooks you a bit. You looked up and you saw Barrick standing over by his backpack, and Barrick was just kind of like standing straight, almost at attention, holding the crystal and cloth in his hand, and his eyes like rolled back in his head. He isn't responding when you said something to him. You tried to jolt him awake. He isn't responding.
He's holding the crystal in his hand?
Mm-hmm. No, cloth wrapped around it, but yes, he's holding it.
Gripping it tight or just holding it loosely?
No, probably not tight, just in his hand, in a normal grip. He's holding it there to the side, and he's got his Letters of the Dawn?
Scriptures of the Dawn.
Scriptures of the Dawn in his other hand.
Well, I'm going to try and smack his hand to see if I can get him to drop the crystal. Is the crystal glowing through the cloth?
Yeah, it seems to be glowing, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Get that out of his hand. Yeah, smack it.
I'm going to smack his hand with as much strength as I can with my hand.
Did Hieronymus know that he had that?
Yes, I think so. Oh, actually, you might not have, because...
I think I purposely put it in my bag without character telling anybody else.
Yeah, I think some of you were in the other side of the cave when the fight was happening against the Chimera, that you didn't see him actually do this. I don't remember who saw it, but if you think your character probably wouldn't have seen it, you probably didn't.
Probably didn't, but he's holding something that's red. He's in some kind of a trance, and in his other hand is his scripture.
Sure, you go to hit it away. Yeah, you hit it away, and you'll knock it right out of his hand. It'll fall to the floor.
Okay. Does it tumble out of the cloth or anything?
Yeah, when it hits the ground, the cloth unravels a bit and it rolls on the floor, and it's vibrantly red. It's filling up the whole room with red light, and it's pulsating. You can feel almost like a heartbeat around you.
And what does Barrick do at this point when he loses
He's-
contact with the crystal?
He's still in his trance.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my axe and I'm gonna hit it
Oh, you
flat
fool!
side down on the crystal.
Oh,
Sure.
no!
Try and smash the crystal.
You hear the voice, Scory, that I described before, that female voice. Your weapons will not help you.
Well, they won't hurt us. Whack! And I'm gonna try.
And you raise your axe up in the air to slam on it.
Yeah,
And-
I'm gonna hit it flat. I'm not gonna try and chop the
Sure.
crystal.
The area
Smash.
around you is no longer your room. You're
Uh-oh.
on the pedestal, and you have an axe ready to chop off D. Raven's head. The crowd is looking at you, and Barrick is looking at you. Rather than being hanged, though, Barrick, it's an axe ready to be beheaded. Or excuse me, an axe
To do the
ready to
beheading.
behead the brigand queen. Scory and Barrick, you see each other through the crowd. Eric and Hieronymus, when Scory went over to knock the crystal out, you could see him now. He just kind of lost all of his conviction, and he kind of stood there and is now standing in a similar state to Barrick.
I'm gonna do an Arcana test.
Go ahead.
Ah. Each.
I mean, you've never seen anything like this before.
How about a religion test?
Sure.
A little better. 19.
Anything you've heard scriptures of these chaos crystals, because of the nature of the weave and Nihilissa, these crystals can provide sort of a vision, a glimpse into the future, the present, or the past.
I use a quarterstaff and try and knock it in his hand. I'm feeling like electricity rules here, right? I'm like a wooden non-conductor. Maybe it'll
Sure.
work.
If
What's on
that's
the
the way
floor,
this
isn't it?
works, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like electricity, right? Why should
Wait.
magic function like electricity? I'm going to try and slap it with a quarterstaff.
Bob,
Eric,
just to
you,
clarify, did like Scory imagined himself doing this, but in reality, I'm still standing there with the stuff, or is the crystal on the ground now?
So in reality, you're still standing there with the crystal.
Okay, cool. I
You
just wanna
are
make sure.
you are elsewhere in your mind. Scory
Yes.
also seems to be there with you in your mind.
Okay,
Yep.
so I never actually managed. I believe
No.
I knocked the crystal away,
Right.
but
Right.
they don't
Yeah.
see that as having
Yep.
happened.
Cool.
Eric, you
Okay.
prod at the crystal in his hand, and you're trying to like maneuver it, manipulate it. He does have a grip on it. It's not like he's like clutching it hard, but you're trying to bang it out. And it's then when you see yourself in the gallows, you're banging on the wooden platform with your quarterstaff, about to protest. You hear the Castellan's voice say, "Ah, yes, the troublemaker Lavernus. Let's have him speak to defend the guilty."
And I think I'm actually at this setting again because I was ready to protest then. So I will say what I was going to say then. I'll say, not willing to protest, just want a fair trial.
Their actions have been viewed in full sight of everyone here. The punishments are clearly fair and a part of our law.
I think you're confusing law and justice.
What's the difference?
You've taken the law and you've taken justice, and they're not the same thing because justice is when good things happen for good reasons, and you're enacting these laws that are not following through the faithful execution of justice.
Laws are inherently flawed because they're made by us.
Barrick, you speak up, and Eric, you see Barrick in the crowd. He steps out in front and joins you in protest, I guess.
I have
Scory
no
is standing there holding the axe. You hear everything. So the three of you are together in this vision. and you feel like you can interact with each other. You don't know if it's real, but you can interact with each other.
Okay, and it's a live vision. It's not just like
Then
a still image.
I would say, Scory, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'll drop the axe down.
Yeah, it clangs to the floor on the
Oh
wooden
I
platform.
mean, I'm not going to let it go, but I mean, drop the head to the floor. I'm still holding it. I'm like,
Right. Chris, all three of your companions now are this way. Sasori is completely just dead asleep. Uhla is still in her trance. What do you do?
So I just see the three of them kind of standing there with their eyes rolled back.
Yeah.
oh, goes back to sleep.
They're chaos stones, and that's what this thing is called.
Yeah, chaos crystal, yeah.
It's a chaos crystal, and who in this town could help us? Who I should be able to know, like a divine or an arcane situation here.
Your go-to is Father Bleegrim or Decario, probably. I'd say that's who you would believe.
I don't want to owe Decario anything, so I'm gonna go to Father Bleegrim. Because in fact, yeah, these guys have a rapport, so I'm gonna run to Father Bleegrim.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
There goes
Okay,
my
you rush.
relationship with him.
You rush to Father Bleegrim. Gotcha. So you're running to the Temple of Chai.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it.
this is a little bit out of my
Yeah.
ability here.
Sure. Okay. I like it, though. All right, so you head to Bleegrim. So back to the gallows in the vision here. Raven looks up at you. Jeff, Scory, I should say. And she, like, mouths, "Thank you," silently to you as you drop your axe. And the Castellan tells you, "Pick it up, Scory."
Does this feel real, or does it
feels
feel
as-
dream?
It feels... I think it's like that... Well... Give me a wisdom saving throw, maybe.
Oh,
That might be better. I'm gonna just put the Roll20 chat up here. Alright, what'd you get?
9.
I mean, you probably in the back of your mind feel like this is some sort of a dream or vision, but in the moment it feels as real as anything. I mean, you pinch yourself, it hurts. So it's like when you're in a dream, you don't know it's a dream. But
All right. What's Castellan's name again?
Alexandria Ferrick.
Okay. Derek, I don't know how you got me up here, but I'm not an executioner. I'm not the man for this job.
Are you not?
I'm a warrior, sure, but I'm not an executioner.
And then you see the bodies of the Raven and Vlad. They're there up on the I guess their head is on a chopping block here, and you look down, and both of their heads are rolling on the floor next to you. But when you look at them, they are starting to very rapidly decay. And this brings you back to the Whispering Woods, where you saw similar festering wounds on your own body. Give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can stop from the insanity of this moment.
Well, I'm not the right guy for that purpose. Oh! What?
Yeah, you can resist this. You can look away or able to look up at the Castellan and know that you were not the one that killed them.
Right.
You gave up the axe.
All right. This is not real. I did not do this.
She
I
says to
don't
you,
know how we got here, but this is not how it happened.
"Oh, I can assure you, this is real." And reality around all three of you starts to warp, and almost like in a, I would say some sort of like almost like a jump in time. Your entire reality kind of feels like it's being swirled around, and then you find yourself in a new location. You find yourself in some sort of an temple.
Screen wipe.
Could it be a temple of sorts? I'll describe this to you.
Oh, of doom.
A Temple of Doom. That's exactly what it is.
Not Doom. Doom!
Hold on one sec. You find yourself in a 20-foot by 20-foot room, all three of you, where the floor is covered by a thick, dirty carpet. You can see there are some furnishings, chairs, wooden table. There's an altar at the front, and you can see the altar is covered in dried blood. At the top of the altar, behind the altar, is Father Bleegrim. However, he looks like he has been a decaying corpse for many years. His face is gaunt and flesh peeling off of it. And he looks to the three of you, and as you enter the chamber, and he says, "Oh, I can assure you, it's real. You don't know it yet, but this is all happening." And then Hieronymus, the doors of the Chai Temple kick open. You run in. You call out for Father Bleegrim. He comes in like a nightgown to the front of the church. Is that Mr. Bosch? Who interrupts this right now? The middle of the night.
Right now, it's an emergency. We've encountered a chaos crystal, and it's taken hold of my friends.
In the middle of the night?
Now,
Take me to it.
I'll lead him back.
Okay, so he heads back to your rush through the courtyard through your
Get
to
your
your
holy
apartment.
symbol.
He didn't bring it. You want him to get his stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
He must know. He must have understood when I said chaos crystal.
Yeah, he'll grab his he'll put on some vestments and grab his tomes and symbols, and he'll head with you.
Okay.
The three of you back in Father Bleegrim's other temple.
Yeah, are we like am I in armor? Am I in what I was wearing before?
You're in what you would envision yourself on an adventuring day.
Okay, do I still have my scriptures of the dawn with me?
You do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
In this temple, this is clearly a chamber you've never seen before. There's no symbols of chai, but you do see Father Bleegrim. The altar that he's standing behind has the weave of Nihilissa, the spinning weave of Nihilissa, ingrained on the altar.
We would all recognize that?
Yes.
Once
And
I see
Father
that, can I make
Bleegrim.
ahead,
Go
sorry.
again. No, say it again.
Once I see the Weave of Nihilus, can I also make a wisdom check? Be like, is this real?
Sure.
I will frantically be. I'm gonna open up my scriptures and flip through it while he's doing that, and like try to read.
What is Bleegrim doing?
Oh, it's real.
Do you think it's real? I mean, this is as real as Scory saw it before. If you pinch
Feels
yourself,
good.
it feels real.
What is Bleegrim doing aside from talking to us?
It looks like he's preparing some sort of for some sort of ritual. He's got various knives, bowls, candles are being lit, and he looks to all of you and he says, "We just need someone to lay down their life. Who will it be? You may pick among the three of you."
Walking towards him with like a hand raised and my book open, I'm gonna begin reading, and calling on my God to release Bleegrim from whatever has come over him. I'm gonna go my religious route,
Gotcha.
kind of ignoring him more or less, because I'm afraid.
Gotcha. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, while Barrick's doing that, can I just kind of we're gonna embrace full chaos and just start tearing off tapestries on the walls and otherwise making a mess of the temple, make it look like Animal House.
We are not so different, you and I, Eric Lavernus. I've given you a hard time about things in the past, but in reality, I've wanted to give in, like you. That's why I'm surprised that you hide who you truly are.
Don't know what you're talking about, Father. I'm just gonna keep on making a mess of things.
Don't we? Don't we know who you really are? Both Barrack and Scory, they present themselves truly to the group, but you hide.
Show us your true form, then, Nihilissa.
How about we both show? And Father Bleegram raises his hand towards you. And Eric, you start to feel searing heat all over your body. It's actually very painful. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
This is unnerving. Wow, how it rolls tonight.
You're going to take 15 necrotic damage.
Do I still have my temporary hit points when I'm to sleep?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Sure.
That's good.
Sure. You take the 15 necrotic damage as your flesh starts to change. Everyone, Eric, can you describe your new form?
Yeah, so for Scory and Baron, you would see probably the cleric's vestments kind of disappear, and the kind of mask I wear would disappear, and in its place you would see like a curling pair of like goat horns.
What? What is this?
And probably my regular eyes would be replaced with something more akin to like a purplish color.
So
Like when you had seen me casting magic last time on the orcs and I was really into it, like that kind of color.
okay, so is there? Did you say that something is happening between Bleegram and Eric?
And Eric?
Is
Yeah.
there like a beam or a ray or something?
No, nothing. Just when he raises his hand towards Eric, Eric's body slowly starts to transform into what he's described.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. How does my divine sense feel, Bob?
There is evil afoot. You can sense you can sense fiendish creatures all around you, beyond the confines of this room.
What's the altar like?
The altar is made of white marble stone, or it looks like white marble, very similar to the stone that you saw in the forest with the vine creature
Okay.
that emanated that heat.
I know what I will do.
Good.
I will, in this moment, watching Eric do this, and I don't know. I haven't done a wisdom save. As far as I know, this is real. I'm confused though. I'm gonna slap my book shut and point my warhammer at Eric and say, "This isn't over, but I'm coming for you." And I am going to sprint at Nihilissa because this feels like Barrack is finally like he's almost been searching for like an enemy that seems this type of level of evil, this type of like Typherius level of evil thing, and just wants to attack.
Sure.
So that's what I will do.
Go for it.
Oh, sweet. All right. I'm going for it.
So you're swinging at Bleegram.
I am going to try.
Zombie.
Bleegram and
Yeah.
Zombie Bleegram.
Yeah.
Zombie Bleegram. Yeah.
A 15 will hit.
A 15, and I'm going to divine smite the schnoz out of him.
Sure.
So 10 bludgeoning damage to start with. We got 3 radiant damage on top, so 13 radiant as I bring my warhammer into him.
That will be enough to kill the creature. Bleegram, you smash him with the hammer. You lay the light of Hyperius into him, and his body kind of just, with the wound of the warhammer, that the wherever the bruising would be, it starts to like disintegrate him with the radiant energy, and he screams out in pain, but telepathically you sense he says this to all of you is that he says, "This is not over. You can defeat me here, but Nylissa will have her way." And then the ground again starts to shift. The area around you changes yet again, and you're now in a third location. Chris, you reach the room. You bolt into the room with Bleegrim. What do? You see the three of them standing there idle.
I'm gonna say that there they are. Barrick has the crystal in his hands. He must have taken it from my pack.
That's actually a really nice thing you're doing for Barrick. Yeah,
Yep.
I see what you did there. That's very nice.
The first nice thing Hieronymus has ever done, ever.
I don't know it's overcome the three of them. They must have tried to take it from him or stop him and become ensorcelled by it as well.
Because he's basically, you can see him when he sees that crystal, he looks like he's shook. Like he visibly is like kind of taken aback by the energy that he's seeing this thing give off. You don't even have to roll a deception check. He's like half listening to you. And he says, yes, hold on. And he starts to take things out of his pack. And he's preparing for some sort of like remove curse spell. And he says, here, hold this. And he's giving you ingredients, a bowl, things like that. And he looks over to the people and he starts to do some sort of incantation, making symbols and on the floor. And he starts to prepare to do the spell. And he's asking you for your help with it. Can you give me an Arcana check? See if you can be his like assistant in this.
Incoming. Let's see. Come on. 18.
Yeah, so you kind of get where he's going. You may not know the spell, but because of your practice being a mage, you're a good cleric's assistant at this point, and he's asking you to help him with some of the reciting some of the lines, and you do that, and you feel like it's working, and then you look over to Bleegrim, and Bleegrim's face is all undead and decaying. In fact, his chest is now has a big hole in it, as it's slowly, you can see light, radiant energy starting to deteriorate him, and he slumps to the floor in a pile.
Oh my gosh.
Shining right now. What happened?
The area around you, Chris, is no longer your room. You can see a battlefield. You see your friends next to you. Barrick, Hieronymus, Scory, Eric, you're all there. Okay? Here's what you see. You're in clearly an ancient civilization. You have no idea where you are. But most of the buildings around you are stone. There are large monoliths dotting the landscape. But what's most concerning... and there are people about, running and screaming for their lives. They're wearing more rudimentary, simplistic clothing, primitive type clothing, and they're running and screaming for their lives past you. But what's most concerning is you look up into the sky. The sky is not bright with Hyperion's light. It's not even remotely like a sky that you've seen before. There seems to be some sort of piercing, a rift in the sky, as you can see these large creatures in the sky, in the background, but then also here on the material plane. They are creatures you've never seen before. They are the size of giants, and they have very open and distended maws, tentacled appendages, and they are lumbering over all of the buildings, and they are smashing both the monolith's stone to the ground, and you also see some champions. You can see what appears to be followers of some sort of, I'm just going to tell you right now. You can see Xander Cartwright. He's about 50 feet tall. He's dwarfed still by these creatures. They are almost double his size. But he's there with his very large now great maul, and he is fighting them off as best as he can. On the floor, there are dead bodies littering the area, and creatures that also, they look very familiar, similar to the ones you saw in the courtyard when the Chaos Storm happened, those sort of warp-spawned creatures. They're different, though. They look more bug-like. They have long, tentacled arms, and they are feeding on the bodies. And they are headed right towards you. 2 of them are headed right towards you. Roll for initiative.
Whew. This is not what I expected tonight, Bob.
I know, we're just going to have a little romp in the town, right?
Yeah. I just have to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be back
Okay.
in 30 seconds.
Hieronymus, 18.
Shall I play a
Story,
Macy's
17.
commercial while he's gone?
Eric, 13. And Barrick, 10.
Yeah, I have a 17.
What just happened, Chris from Long Island? A lot of stuff just happened. I hope you've been watching.
I'm not even sure what all just happened.
Yes, they're not even sure. So, these creatures are running towards you. They're skittering towards you with all their legs and tentacles. Let's see here. I'll roll for them. I guess we can wait for Barrick to come back.
Way did you wash your hands?
That's all he did, was wash his hands.
Else, I wait. You think I have time for anything?
I don't think you even left.
I contemplated peeing in a Gatorade bottle. This is. Whew. I'm stressed.
Oh
Fair
my
enough.
god. The
Fair
secrets man was not meant to know right there.
Fair enough. All right, so these creatures are going to go first. I'll allow you to decide. This is obviously just a large area. There's stone ruins littering the floor, bodies all over the place. Obviously, we're going to do this theater of the mind, so you can tell me where in what position you 4 would be in the battlefield. You're on like a road of an ancient city.
Okay, and the creatures that are approaching us are coming from a single direction, right?
Yep, just ahead of you.
Okay. All right, well, Barrick and I will take the front because
Yeah.
we're the pro bros.
That makes sense. So the creatures run up to you, and they reach you, and they raise up, and you can see on their underbelly are just like 1,000 little legs and feelers, and their mouths are they're great distended maws, similar to that of the giant creatures fighting around you, try to bite you, as well as latch onto you with their tendrils. Let's do that first.
Okay.
Let's go with let's see. So it's not going to hit you, I don't think, Jeff.
18.
But not with the tentacles, but the bite. Nope, the nat 1 on the bites. For you, Nate. Let's see. Ooh, 19?
Dang it.
Does that hit? Yeah?
That is my armor class. Yes.
Okay.
Whoever fails.
Give me a... You're going to take 3 points of damage.
And again, we're saying our temporary hit points did stay.
Yeah, I would say you're as you would be fighting normally.
Okay.
Give me that.
That's the...
So you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Coming your way. It's 13.
13. You're going to succeed. So you feel the poison coursing through you. You felt like this could overcome you and you would be paralyzed if you were. You felt like almost loss of your mobility for a quick second, but you're able to hold it off. It's also going to try to bite you, but it's going to get a 17. That's not going to hit.
Yeah.
So these 2 creatures are right on top of you now. And we go to the group, which is 18 is going to be... who did I say that was?
Hieronymus.
Hieronymus. Go ahead.
I'm going to get myself in space, so do a 30-foot move, I guess, or...
Backwards,
whatever my movement is. 25 feet, just to get my friends here between those things and me. And I'm going to throw up mage armor.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And then we go to Scory, then Eric on deck.
Okay. Well, I'll swing at it for starters. Hang on. What'd I do?
I see a 24.
Wow.
That'll hit.
There you go, bud.
Okay. And this is one-handed, so that's 7.
Gotcha.
Which isn't great. But I will drop a bardic inspiration on Barrack and you got this, Barrack. You can take him.
And then
Thanks,
it would be.
thank
sorry,
you,
go
brother.
Okay, so
So how much is the? It's a D6, right?
it's a 1d6. Yeah.
Gotcha. Eric is up next. If you're done, if you have any bonus or other actions to do, but I think you're staying put.
That's all.
Right?
That's all I got for now.
Go ahead, Eric.
I'm still pretty shooketh from the Father Bleegrim altar experience, so I'm going to cower behind a rock, and then looking up, I'm going to throw up a guiding bolt at 2nd level.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Let's see. Be an 18 to hit,
Hey now, that's a hit.
and 22 radiant damage.
Nice. This is the same one that Scory attacked?
This one, please.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the next attack roll against it has advantage.
Gotcha. And that'll be up for Barrack to take advantage of. Barrack is up.
Indeed. I will try to take advantage of that. And I will swing away at that. And so I swing with advantage?
Yeah.
All right. I am still trying to master how to swing with advantage here. On
You can roll
D&D
twice
Beyond.
if you need to.
I will just roll twice.
Oh well.
I'm sorry, friends. I am, gosh, so overcome with so much right now. I assume an 8 and a 9 don't hit.
They do not.
Yeah.
Probably not even worth wasting the inspiration on.
I mean,
They're
15
low,
at the
both are low,
most,
yeah.
but that's like a man, not even like a 12 or a 14 or something.
Yeah, I just sit on it.
Yeah, I will sit on this.
Yeah. So your Warhammer swings and it knocks up against their hard carapace on their backs and unfortunately does not hit through. But you look up and you're distracted for a brief moment as you can see the Father Bleegrim, Xander Cartwright, the heroic level Xander Cartwright. He's the giant one up in the background.
Kaiju.
He clobbers one of the creatures, these giant chaos creatures, and it topples in the direction of the party. You can see the shadow of the creature looming over you all. Everyone's gonna need to give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can escape the crash of this creature and the residual shake.
Yikes.
Does it affect Hieronymus when he
Yes.
made the distance between them all?
Still, yeah, these creatures are
They're
so
that
large that
big.
the ground is gonna be vibrating so much that you're gonna have to see if you can stay on your feet.
I feel like we're like an Attack on Titan or something.
I know.
That's terrifying.
Oh
rolled-
my gosh.
All right, so Barrack, Eric, and Hieronymus, you are prone. On your turn, you could stand up if you'd like to, but you are knocked down from the fall of this giant, gargantuan creature.
Oh.
Seems like I was cowering anyway with those swings, so.
The creatures go next, and the one is going to take advantage of your prone nature, Barrack. It's going to attack you with its tentacles, kind of crawl on top of you, and tickle you.
Impressive.
whole
Defend me,
bunch.
friend.
Oh,
The highest-
Cobras.
I realized we should have done that last
You should
time.
have done that the first time, yeah. I thought of that too, but I wasn't going to ask for a retcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my reaction to protect him.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So, okay,
You attack with disadvantage.
right. So it would just
So
be
we
a
just make
normal,
this a regular
just be a
attack, right?
normal attack, right? So it's going to fail because it rolled first an 11, and then the next attack would have been a 19. So that you're lucky that got that order.
Woo, bro.
But then it's going to try to bite you.
Okay.
And an 18. No, wait, it has advantage, doesn't it? 22.
Oh no.
Only 7 piercing damage, though. And this doesn't have any.
Impregnated with centipedes.
7 piercing. Okay.
7 piercing, that's all it is. 7 piercing. No other effect like the tentacles did. Okay, so that's that one. Now we go to the one for Scory. Scory, we've got tentacles on you. What's your armor class?
18.
Ah, so a 17 is going to nearly miss you, and a bite is going to be a 10. That's not going to hit you at all. But the creature is getting fed up with you, Scory. It sees the other friends that are behind you have fallen prone as well, so it's going to look to them and skitter away. You can take an attack of opportunity, but it's going to go...
Definitely.
Let's see how fast can this go. It can go 30 feet, so it's going to catch up to... Actually, no, Eric's right behind you, right? So it'll go to Eric next. It'll go behind you like 10 feet and get on top of Eric, who's prone.
Oh no! It's not good.
You hit,
22?
though. You hit. Yep.
5.
5. So this is the one that's been injured before, the one that you hit before. So far, you've done 34 damage to it. Let's go to the group. Hieronymus, you see the creature move 10 feet further behind Eric. You have about 15 feet distance between you and it. You're prone.
I'm going to get up, and I'm going to...
I can't do that attack. I've already used my reaction.
Ah, your reaction was to protect.
Yep. So
Gotcha.
so take those 5 points of damage back.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
guys.
Fair enough.
Since I caught it in time and nothing else had happened.
Good call. Thank you very much. Hieronymus?
I'm going to hit it with... I got to kill this thing. I'm going to hit it with Scorching Ray.
Go for it.
12.
You miss. But Scorching Ray has multiple rays, right?
That's three rays.
Yeah. So that one misses.
Here's another one. 21
That'll connect.
for 6 points. And here's the third one.
Am I missing it? 7? Does it say 7?
That's the damage.
I rolled the damage
Oh,
already. So 7 and then 6. So I hit it
Yeah,
with
okay.
a 21 for 7 damage,
Yep.
a 24 for 6 damage.
Gotcha. So 7 and 6, 13 in total.
Nice.
This one looks like you've gotten it to a threshold. It looks like it is bloodied. It looks like it wants to devour Eric, but it doesn't look like it will stick around for much longer. Let's go to Scory.
okay.
Smells pretty good.
Okay, so there's still one that's hassling Derek, and then this other one's trying to get around me to Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It got around you because you
Right,
couldn't stop it.
right, of course.
Save him.
Well,
I'll join you soon, pro bro.
Okay. How close together is all this happening? It's within one move, I assume.
So Eric was only like 10 feet behind you.
Okay. Well,
So
I'll
the
wheel
creature's-
around and take a whack at
Yeah.
the one that's gotten past me and is going after Eric.
So the only issue with that is that the one that is near Nate is also adjacent to you too.
Oh, and it's gonna want. Okay.
It could try to tentacle you as you leave, but I don't know if you'll want to care about that. You're a dwarf.
You can stay for one for Nate. I can.
What you gonna do?
Just making sure none of these maneuvers help me. They don't seem to.
A few maneuvers.
I can help him on my next turn.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just whack the one that's chewing on Derek then.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
21.
21.
4 damage because I suck.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I will give Eric a bardic inspiration too. You're fine, lad. You can handle him.
4 was on the one attacking Eric.
Yeah.
The one attacking
The one
Barrack.
attacking Barrack.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
I just swung at that one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So now, Tim, Eric has a Bardic Inspiration too, so you got a D6 in your pocket for
Three.
the upcoming saving throw.
I'm gonna need it.
It would be Eric's turn.
All right, I'm
Derek.
gonna try the one like I'm imagining like in Peter Jackson's King Kong. I'm imagining like the centipede wrapped like on top of my body, so I can. It was in touch range. Is my point.
Oh yes, very much so. Yeah,
I'm gonna try and cast Inflict Wounds on it.
go for it.
Oh boy.
You
That's
hit.
a 16 hit. Great. That'll be 11 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage, you say, huh?
Oh god darn it!
I think I should have said nothing at all, but yes, that's what I had said originally.
It was
Heals
magical
by
bludgeoning.
11 points.
3d10 necrotic damage.
And it's 11, you said?
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
11 necrotic.
May not have all gone through.
The creature's still there, still alive.
Creature is still there, still alive.
Darn.
Resistant.
Creature is still there, still alive.
Noted.
Okay. You want to move? You're prone right now.
Yeah, I would like to try and roll out from underneath if I can and get up.
You can stand. It's not grappling you or pinning you down. It's just trying
I'll
to
stand up then. Yeah, I'll
eat
stand
you,
up and then.
obviously. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
trying to mount you.
Yeah, basically. All right, so
no.
then we go to the bottom here, Barrick. You're also prone.
Yeah, I'll stand up so that I can properly defend Scory if need be, and say, "Eric, I've got you covered," and I will put out my hand, holding my Scriptures of the Dawn, and cast Guiding Bolt at the one on Eric.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
17? Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. And 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant to the one on Eric, correct?
Yep. And that one now has, or some next attack on it has advantage.
Nate, the light of Hyperius shines like a beacon, and you blast through this creature. It slumps over the massive hole in its carapace, just like steaming, like smoke coming out of it. It's been scorched by Hyperius. In fact, as you cast the guiding light of Hyperius, you can see Bleegrim look towards the group, and when he does, this momentary distraction, the creature he's fighting, this gargantuan creature with its large maw, latches onto his neck, and he screams out, and the scream echoes through the entire settlement. And more creatures pile in on him and take him down.
It's going down like
that
Bob.
happens. All right, now we
Stranger
go
Things
to...
season 2.
Sorry, what'd I do?
No, just Stranger Things reference. When Sean Astin goes down in Stranger Things season 2.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Bob. That's what you're talking
Poor
about.
Bob.
Yeah, poor Bob. Poor Cartwright. So did I say Bleegrim before?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Good.
It's Cartwright who's there. Bleegrim's
Okay.
gone, right?
Oh, well, I don't know.
It's
I
Cartwright.
Could be
listen,
there.
I thought they were both there. I thought they were both.
Yeah. Bob, you can tell me anything at this point. We're in
We're
a fantasy world inside a fantasy world. Anything is possible.
It's like Inception right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's Cartwright. Bleegrim was in the previous scene.
Gotcha.
Ferric was the first scene. Bleegrim's second scene, and now it's Cartwright. Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the top of the order here. There's one more creature that is attacking Nate and Scory. It's going to attack you with its tentacles. We'll go towards Nate first because it was attacking you from the beginning. That's going to be a...
Protection.
Yeah, it's a critical hit.
I'm protecting him.
Oh, right. You're not prone anymore. Never mind. Yes.
Well, hold
So-
on. Who's he swinging at?
It was at Nate's.
Okay, but we've had I've had a turn since I protected last time, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah, so I get to protect again.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I thought because last time I was like, we took the first dice because it was prone, but he's not prone
Yeah.
anymore. So you're good. So that's going to be a 12 instead. The bite
Excellent.
is going to be an 8. That's not going to hit. Your go, Scory.
Yes.
All right, then. So we've just got the one left here, huh?
Oh, one left, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'll swing at him because that's what I do. How'd I do? 23. Oh, I hit. I just
That's good.
okay. Oh, I got 11 this time.
Hey, big money.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm all out of Bardic Inspirations. Any other handy things to do on a bonus action? Is anybody particularly chewed up? Not really. Eric, are you hurt? And Barrack, are you hurt?
Not really.
Okay. All right. I'll just. Gosh, I hate to waste my bonus action and do nothing.
I think that Eric took some necrotic damage beyond the bonus that he might have had.
Yeah, I feel like he took like
Like a-
15 damage,
Yeah,
and
a lot.
it's like
He did
7
take
of that was
15.
taken. So I think
Yeah.
he probably took 8 damage.
Okay. All right then. I'm gonna use my rally maneuver to use my bonus action, expend one superiority die to grant a friendly creature who can see or hear me temporary hit points. Eric, so you get temporary hit points of. Is this gonna work? Did that work? Did that roll properly?
It looks like 14 came up.
No, that can't be right.
It's a
supposed to
D20.
be. It's supposed to be. Yeah. It's not. It's supposed to be a D8.
All right, roll a D8.
Yeah.
A D8 plus 2 is what it's supposed to be. I'm just going to type it in.
Okay. While you do that, Eric, you can take those down, but you're going to go now.
5.
Nice.
And Eric, you're up.
Tim.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Scory just gave you 5 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
And
It's
I
not
believe-
real healing, but
It's better than I was at before.
yeah.
So, Tim, there's one last creature that was near you.
Yes. I will.
Sorry, not near you, near Nate.
But no,
So you're
no,
free
Even
to-
better, because
you're
I
free
don't
to
want to do
move,
another touch
yeah.
spell at this point. Those aren't the ones to go. I'll do a second level guiding bolt at it.
Okay, go for it.
It's gonna miss. It's gonna miss bad.
Yep.
Wait. How bad?
Yeah,
pretty
it's
bad.
bad. 6, yeah.
That stuff. Dang.
All right.
I'm so distracted, so in my head from the father bleeding experience from seeing him go down. I was focused on that and not on killing this other thing.
Hieronymus, did I skip you, Hieronymus?
I think you did.
I think I skipped you, yeah. Where were you supposed to go? You're supposed to go before Scory. Sorry.
Yeah, it was 18.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Oh.
You go as well.
I'm going to throw a firebolt at that one. It's pretty hurt, right?
It got hit pretty hard by Scory the last round. It's taken about 15 damage in total.
Yeah, they seem to have like 60-ish.
Wow. All right, I'll hit it with a firebolt. You know what? No. Scorching ray.
Anything but necrotic damage.
There's a
There we go.
25 to hit. That hits.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's 5
gonna-
points
that's-
damage.
Yep.
A 16
That'll hit.
Woo.
for 7 points of damage, and a
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
No
15
way.
That also hits.
Woo!
for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Dang.
Nice
Let's
job.
go.
He's like a Gatling gun.
Nice job. Yeah, really. Nice. All right, so that's the bottom of the order. Barrack will be next.
Excellent. I will. I'll swing away at it. Yeah.
Tell Merle to swing away.
Yeah. You're going down. May you topple down the slopes of Mount Argonia. As I roll a 21, hit it with a 5, and then you're darn right I'm going to smite.
I was wondering if you were, yeah.
All right, a hot 6 radiant. So 5 bludgeoning, 6 radiant.
Nice. So you knock this creature to the side of your friends, and it's looks like it's about to attack again, but then you hear the large thudding footsteps of these gargantuan creatures. Now that they have devoured Father Bleegrim, sorry, I said Bleegrim again, Xander Cartwright, you could see just his, just the because the monoliths and other structures in this village are rather high, you can only see maybe like the top of his shield or something that's kind of just stood upright. But his body is clearly out of view, lying on the floor. The creatures stand upright, and as you smite, again, the light of Hyperius shining draws to their attention to you like a beacon. And they start to march your way. The sky beginning to open, the rift that was created there is getting even wider, and you can see the bright colors of the chaos weave that clearly Nihilissa has brought upon this land is starting to widen even further, and it's encompassing the entirety of the sky. It's going to very soon do that. And as this continues throughout the sky, the creatures march towards you. All of you fall to the floor and wake up in your apartment as Father Bleegrim has just completed the rest of his end to this curse ritual. All of you wake up. You find yourselves back in the material plane.
I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it there.
How is Father Bleegrim?
He looks okay. He's worried.
He's
He's in
somehow
his
unaffected.
Well, right now.
he's in his nightgown. But
He's
I'm clutching Scriptures of the Dawn to my chest.
a little shagged out after a long squawk.
right.
I'm also giving Eric a little side eye. Not trying to get his attention, but I'm certainly inquisitive.
That's not the most concerning thing we just experienced. Come on.
Well, I mean, Bleegrim was a scary monster too. And you're not side-eyeing Bleegrim.
I'm side-eyeing Bleegrim. I don't trust him. How come
No,
you
I'm
listen to
side-eyeing a lot. I'm holding my holy book. I'm scared by a lot, but that's what I did.
I went and I got Father Bleegrim, and then I intentionally put myself into this spell you were ensorcelled by to save your lives and pull you out of this.
Oh.
Bosh, my good man. Thank you.
Merrick,
did-
my friend, I suggest you leave off a rock collecting.
He's not wrong. He did come and seek my guidance. I can't tell you how dangerous that crystal is.
I don't think you have to tell us. I think we know now.
You're absolutely right, Father.
You should have come to me when you found that.
Yes, I wanted to study it some more before I turned it to you. I look at Eric and I'm like,
Are you throwing yourself on this grenade?
He is directing all of his comments towards Hieronymus. He looks to Barrick and he says,
I wasn't quite sure what it was until just now.
I didn't expect this behavior from Hieronymus. Maybe Eric. And he gives you side eye.
Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a critic, huh?
This is very concerning, though. You found these in the woods, or
In a cave.
A cave where there was a statue of Nihilissa.
do you know where that cave is located?
Go back if we had to.
Oh, I could find your way back for sure.
I
believe it's straight north in the Whispering Woods.
Perhaps Xander Cartwright would be interested in hearing this. I had a conversation with the chap earlier.
He's yeah, never mind.
He's here in the keep. Yes, we had a meeting scheduled. He wanted to talk to me about all the strange going-ons here in the past few months.
Did these creatures in this last scene, did they resemble the things that we fought in town that time?
They had they're cousins, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I mean, like similar.
Of the same nature. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Not exactly the same creature, but
Yes, lots of the shape a bit amorphous, large tentacled creatures with the distended maws, razor sharp teeth. However, these had more of a humanoid look to them. Like imagine like a giant, maybe like a storm giant,
The ones in the
version
middle,
of them.
in
Yeah.
the keep.
Of the ones in the keep, yeah, like a storm giant humanoid version of them.
Okay. And then the ones
and-
we just fought were more of a centipede. Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that were on the ground were more like insect-like.
Okay.
Uhla and Sasori wake up now, and they say, "What?" So Sasori's like, "What do you all do, Father Bleegrim?" Sasori gets up and he puts on his
Midnight prayer.
drawers. He puts on his drawers because he sleeps in the nude, I'm sure. And he said, "I didn't know you were coming over." And he puts some clothes on for Father Bleegrim.
Great.
We could all use a little extra religion when the darkness is around us.
Perhaps in the morning
Trying
you
to be
can come
prophetic.
to the temple and we can discuss a little bit further, and I'll check up on you, see how you're all doing.
What are we doing with this crystal for now?
That would be great.
I would love to keep it safe for you all.
I would love for you to take it away.
I can lock it up in the Undercroft.
Will it be safe there? I
Absolutely.
mean,
no
will
one
it
is
not pose a threat to anyone else?
no one is allowed in the Undercroft but me and my highest acolytes, and if they don't know about it, I will make sure that they do not go down there.
All right.
I also think it's probably best that we inform the Castellan that this item is here.
It's yours now.
Are you, I think the less the people know, the better, about this.
Oh, I don't want to
My
start
father.
I don't want to start any sort of commotion here in the keep, but the Castellan should be aware of.
Oh, of course. I
What
meant
happened?
for their own protection and simply the more minds that know about such a thing, the more access people who would use them for evil have.
I couldn't
I
agree
would
more.
suggest that we convey word of this directly to the Castellan and not allow it to be passed on to the Castellan by Merivek. Let the Castellan decide who should know.
I couldn't agree more, Father Bleegrim says to all of you. In the morning, come to the temple.
Aye.
Of course, Father Bleegrim.
He'll wrap
And
it up,
thank you again.
of course. He'll take the cloth tenderly, wrap it up tight, and place it in his pack. And he'll head out, unless you have anything else to say to him.
Now, you had mentioned briefly that the voice of Nihilissa sounded a lot like the voice of the Castellan.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
just
my
Oh,
thought.
yeah, that slipped past me.
I know you had mentioned it. Like, was it close enough that like we would recognize it? being
Nate
in a
did. I
completely
think he
different
made an
setting?
insight check.
I
Yeah.
recognize it. That's why I was.
Okay, so
Hesitant.
only Barrick has recognized it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I think I got it with an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could share that information. if you
Yeah, I
choose.
mean, I wouldn't have had time yet, but
Yeah.
I would certainly share that. Well, I
Hey,
would share with
didn't-
Hieronymus and Scory.
There's a lot to debrief here.
Yeah, I
'cause
know.
We just learned quite a bit of information. But it's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast, so I think we're going to pause it here. And I'd also want to hear both John and Fritz's opinions of what just happened. So hopefully we'll catch them up over the next 2 weeks. We'll pause it here. Obviously, we're going to meet back on the 13th of July. Yep, Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesdays. And just in Discord earlier, I posted a picture of the title page for the title image for today's show, and I left it untitled. Right, I just put episode 25 there. In fact, there's not even a title as we speak here as we're streaming live on this episode. So I asked everybody in Discord. I said, "Hey, I'm having a hard time naming the episode for tonight because I had a feeling this would be something a little different." And I just went to check back in the Discord, and Charcon in Discord, he says, "How about quote unquote what the F?" question mark, because that might be the best way to describe this one. As I was checking in with the chats throughout the night, Everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! How did we get here? I just got in. How did we get here?" It was like,
You're
"Wait,
not
what?"
sure.
Fever dream.
Yeah, like, wait, what is happening right now? I just logged on. Can somebody
This
catch
is-
me up? And
This
thank
is
you to the
your
chat.
father's Borderland on the keep on
Yeah.
the Borderlands.
Yeah. So episode 25 is called Inception. That's what we're seeing in the chat here. Yeah. Yep.
My goodness. I love it.
But yeah, thank you for watching with us. It was a blast tonight. We'll get John and Fritz back, and we'll debrief this whole Dark Crystal situation that's going on here. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll be back
was
soon.
fun.
Don't forget Supernatural 20 tomorrow. Anything to say, everybody?
Thanks for
Right?
coming along.
See you on the flip side for the next fever dream.
Yeah.
Yes. See
I had
you.
no idea there was Cthulhuid nonsense in this. You managed to get through the whole episode without ever saying non-Euclidean.
Non-Euclidean. There you go.
Yeah. I was expecting the architecture in the ancient city to be non-Euclidean.
I got through it. I got through it all.
So
I did.
Well done, Bob.
probably not really Cthulhu.
No. Well, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe we'll see.
There's still time for Cthulhu.
There's still time for me to decide. Well, anyway, we'll see you all soon, everybody, and see you definitely on the tabletop. Have a great night.
Y'all soon.
See you guys.